Alright, as you remember last week, I posted up that video about Deep 90 in Japan, the fight with Satoko Shinashi versus Madoka Ishibashi. And of course, at that point in time, I wasn't able to source a video of the fight. Sure enough, the next day, bang, there it is. So, I've got the fight now, we can watch it together. Again, it wasn't a very long fight, so that gives us some time to look at another fight at the end. I was talking in the last video about doing this mashup, kind of flashback countdown sort of fight thing between Satoko Shinashi and Hisae Watanabe. Now, Hisae Watanabe hasn't had a lot of recent fights, but there is one fairly recent one. So, if you want, seeing as this is one of Satoko's recent fights, straight after that, we'll watch one of Hisae's recent fights, and we'll take it from there. Alright, no introductions needed here, as my last video pretty much summed up the fight as it was. So let's just get straight into it. And here comes Madoka. Doing a whole psychotic sort of thing. And the production values this fight for some reason aren't the highest. I don't know what's going on, whether or not there was technical difficulties or what, but yeah, the camera angles are quite strange. Or it could be the guy's first day on the job. Here we go. Coming out with a gi on. And again, the big smiley face. The music just cuts straight out. See those weird angles, weird cuts. Very focused. Satoko looks so relaxed, she's just kind of like, yep, just doing it by the numbers. And here we go. Looks like Satoko was trying to go for the touching gloves, but got a bit awkward there. I'm getting nerves on both ends. Big fist wasted there. And there's Satoko's trademark throw. Straight into mount position. Oh. Satoko very compact, very not giving a lot of room at all. Madoka's all over the place. Doesn't mean that's not effective, but she's definitely expelling a lot more energy than what Satoko is. And it's like she's going through a drill, going through drills. This isn't working, so I'll go here. That's not working, so I'll go there. It almost looks like she's in a training scenario. Doing drills. Did you notice that? Satoko's toe was hanging out of the cage and somebody came up and sort of pushed it back in. Wonder if that's an actual job for somebody. You know, I've got to make sure the toes don't get stuck out the cage. Fighting for positions here. So relaxed. Trying to go into the armbar, trying to get it on. But Madoka's very flexible. She's all over the place. She can't get that armbar on. It's not quite on that way, so she tries it the other way. Got her arms back. Very flexible. Oh, but I think that's the one. Still doesn't. There we go. She got it on eventually. There's the big smile again. Yeah, where's my belt? She looks so calm and casual. Just like, yep. Just doing anything. Gonna need a bit of ice there. Yeah, Satoko is just so calm and collected and just like, yeah. There was a fight on? If I understand correctly, Madoka actually baked some small cakes as well. And gave them to Satoko Shinashi after the fight. Now, it was a great example of keeping calm. Calm and collected, that's how it goes, isn't it? Yeah, perfect example. Satoko Shinashi, clearly being a veteran of her game, she was on another level upstairs. Madoka Ishibashi, still very new as well. She evaded Satoko Shinashi's armbar quite a few times there with her flexibility. I remember the first time that we were doing armbar drills, and I more or less had no idea what I was doing, and still managed to evade a lot of the arm bars by being flexible the way I am. But in all inevitability, it eventually gets put onto you. And that's what happened during the fight. Satoko couldn't put it on one particular way, so she tried another way. Changed positions, changed her hips. She got it eventually. Like I said, during the fight, it almost looked like she was going through transition drills. And when you've done transitioning drills so many times, it becomes something that's like second nature to you. And obviously Satoko Shinashi was in that second nature sort of mindset. She was just doing her thing the way she knows, the way she had trained, and the way it was imprinted into her memory, her muscle memory, and there was the result. A nice, calm, clean win. Now let's go to the other side of the fence, Hisae Watanabe, and her 2016 fight in the World Series of Fighting Global Championship Part 2. I believe Yuji Lee had 3 wins and 3 losses at this point, so again, she was very new to the game, Hisae being very much a mature veteran again, much like Satoko Shinashi was in the last fight. This was a fairly long sort of a fight, so what we'll do is we'll try and cut some corners here and there. Again, she looks quite significantly younger than Hisae. I'm noticing that she's using a lot of vertical punching in her style, which is quite interesting. And you'll see it again later on as well. A bit of confusion there as Lee gets into the ring. She forgets her water, she goes out, she gets back in, gets to the wrong side, quickly runs to the other side. And here comes Hisae. Again in her trademark costume. Still in magic shape. I mean, yeah. She's like a machine. Those fists are not strangers to faces. If I recall correctly, the commentator just kept on making comments about her hair. He just couldn't believe that her hair looked so good. He thought it was a wig at first. There's a lot of confusion when people first see and aren't familiar with Hisae Watanabe. Again, because of the way her typical Japanese get-up is. So they're sometimes not expecting to see the aggressive fighter that she is. And talented fighter. And she can have her hair any way that she wants, because pretty much the results speak for themselves. Now check it out, here's the vertical fists again. The old smacky smacky. And here we go. So Lee very much in a stance, very defensive. Hisae, very comfortable. Her hands are down. Nice few kicks there. Getting way comfortable, that front kick. She's completely in her element here. Again, that's why the confidence with the hands. Not to say that Lee's not comfortable as well. And any nerves that it looked like she had in the beginning, they're all gone. It's that Fonz sort of defense that we talked about a while ago. Sit on it. Front kick. Again, Hisae's left hand just dangling there. Confidence. Okay. You can see the power and the structure in her kicks. It's like a machine. A finely tuned athletic machine. She's just standing up completely straight now. Bang! Power in that kick. Oh, that was a good punch as well. Every now and then I'm noticing that Lee's got this sweet, powerful right hand that just pops out of nowhere. It's a nice looking punch. But Hisae's just closing down on her. She's just moving forward pressure. So constantly moving forward. That's front kick again. Very intimidating. But she is knocking her back. Lee is knocking Hisae back. But Hisae just keeps coming. Up against cage. Clinch. Ooh. And distance has changed again. The Hisae's doing a lot to try and fake Lee out. Yeah, do notice that she does have her up against the cage, up against the ring. It's that forward momentum. She backs up for a second, but then she's straight back. And bang, onto the ground. I think it's halfway through the fight at this point, and they've only ended up on the ground now. And again, I think they're more stand-up fighters, these two ladies, so it's not the way they want it. So far in the fight, Lee's doing a great job. She's definitely holding her own against the machine that is Hisae. Both are very relaxed, very calm, and in their element. And Lee's definitely got the confidence there. I don't know about you, but I'd be shitting myself. Round 2. Hisae's arms very loose. And again, that's to fire off with speed. There's some of that forward pressure and striking. She's got her arm. Back into clinch. And they're out again. Look at Hisae, her legs are just aching to do some damage. Ooh, liver shot. Is that a liver shot? There's that forward pressure with the striking. Right. See, the hand is always there. The kick. Ooh. Even the controlled movement there and falling down. She knew she was going down. Controlling her hips so she can't knee. Bang. And well, it looks like that was the end of the fight. Technical knockout. Fight was stopped there. Now, I personally think they had a lot more in the tank. I don't think. Here's the replay. Kick, punch combo, and definitely does some damage. 1, 2. The missing hand. And they called it there. I definitely think that Lee could have gone further, but again, things like that get called for a reason. And yet another win for Hisae Watanabe. Good fight. Both fighters did really well. Could have gone a lot longer, but yeah, great stuff. And again, it's always a pleasure watching Hisae Watanabe fight. You know, destruction in leopard print. Can't go wrong. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed those two fights. Satoko Shinashi versus Madoka Ishibashi and Lee Yiji versus Hisae Watanabe. Two very recent fights by the two fighters that I'm going to be following very soon in a few videos. So be sure to stay tuned. We're going to go back in time. We're going to see some of their early fights. And then we're going to see the point of impact where both Satoko Shinashi and Hisae Watanabe encounter each other. And it'll be fun. So, yeah, thanks for watching.